Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 3 Blizzard Mountain, and today we're looking at the barn find in this expansion, the 1970 International Scout 800A. And yeah, have you never heard of International? Because I haven't. Also give them their full name, International Harvester. And the Scout was built from 1961 to 1980, with several variants over its lifetime. The Scout 80, the Scout 800, Scout 800A, this one, then the 800B, and then the Scout 2, and then the Scout Traveller, and yeah, finally discontinued making them in 1980. And yeah, International Harvester didn't just make cars like this. They made old pickups through the 50s, 40s, and before then. And they also made a lot of agricultural equipment like tractors, etc. They even made school buses, motorhomes, fire trucks, all sorts. So yeah, I am surprised I've never heard of them before. But if you're from America, I'm pretty sure you probably have. But I'm from the UK, so I haven't. So yeah, big surprise that they've put something like this in, because yeah, it is unknown probably to a lot of Europeans. But I'm glad they've put something in like this, because I do like cars I've never heard of before in a game, and this is certainly one I have never heard of. So yeah, it's not a massive car. It was built to make go head to head with a Jeep. So yeah, typical like two-door sort of spacious off-roader vehicle. And yeah, you can also do quite a few modifications to it as well if it'll let me. So yeah, you can change the roof like that. So you can just take it off. That's something you could do in real life as well. There's also convertible versions and all sorts of different variants that I'd be here all day if I was talking about them. But yeah, you can also put bull bars and lights on them as well, if you wanted to. And yeah, let's have a look inside. As you can see, it's pretty basic, but then again, it is a 1970s car, and you can switch between two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, I think there, and then there's a normal gear stick. And yeah, it's got a heater, it's got your usual dials and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It's what you'd expect from a company that, you know, makes agricultural vehicles, quite frankly. But they were innovative at the time as well. They even did a turbocharged inline-4 version in 1965 to 1967. So yeah, they were hardly, you know, basic to say the least. And yeah, this has got a solid engine in it as well. It's got a 5-litre V8, which produces 193 horsepower and 273 pounds-feet of torque. And the car itself weighs 3,615 pounds. So yeah, it's a pretty hefty vehicle for something this small. But that is a nice, sizable amount of power and plenty of torque as well. Which is no doubt the best thing about the vehicle, because you know, when you're going off-road and you know that a working vehicle as well, you need plenty of torque to yeah, move a lot of things around, and move a lot of things around while you're off-roading as well. So yeah, I'm really rather liking the vehicle. So we're gonna take it out onto the road. We're only gonna go free roaming, because I don't see the point of trying to see this, how fast this goes around a circuit or anything. So yeah, let's get out there. I'll also put a link in the description to a concept car they made in 1979, which quite frankly looks like a modern day car. Certainly looks like something you'd expect Jeep to be making nowadays. So yeah, I'll put that in the description, because quite frankly I think these guys were rather innovative for the time. And yeah, this might by no means is one of the quickest vehicles ever. It can do 0 to 16 15.3 seconds, 0 to 134.8 seconds, and do 116 mile an hour, which isn't too shabby for the kind of vehicle that it is, but it's obviously a lot less than the likes of the big three at the time, and it's a lot less than the likes of a Ford Bronco. But this, quite frankly, has a kind of a rarity thing going for it, as far as I'm concerned. Let's take a look inside. So yeah, no rev counter, but got all your essential kind of stuff in front of you: fuel, temperature, oil and amps, and your speedometer, which underrates the car, quite frankly, at 100 mile an hour. Like I said, it can do 116, but yeah, you certainly won't be doing that kind of thing in real life with this vehicle. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit hairy at that kind of speed in real life. But yeah, in terms of the game, it's a solid car. And like I said, I really enjoy it when they put cars in that I've never heard of before. because there's been plenty of barn finds and plenty of other cars in the main, you know, auto show roster that I've never heard of and really enjoyed discovering. And yeah, I'd quite frankly like them to put in more vehicles from International Harvester, quite frankly. I'd certainly like one of their inline 4 turbo charged vehicles in this game, because I'm sure that would be a fun car to drive as well. But yeah, as for this, yeah, it's your typical all-wheel drive off-roader from the 70s. You can quite frankly compare it to the likes of the Jeep CJ5, which we just overtook there, and the Toyota FJ40. But I personally prefer this to the FJ40 because even though that's slightly quicker than this at 60, it can't even do 100 mile an hour compared to this, so yeah, it's a bit down on that front. And I know why people revere the FJ40 and etc, and I do really like that car, but personally I prefer this. And yeah, I really hope that they put more vehicles from these guys in, or at least follow these on to the likes of Forza Motorsport 6, because yeah, certainly be interesting to take these round on the track. Anyway, I'll leave it there. So yeah, if you haven't found the barn find yet, I highly recommend trying to find it, because this car is a treat. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.